La Resortera.
Welcome to another week of Pura Vida Perspective. Sara, it's been a while since we're alone.
I know. Yeah, I like having the guest speakers because
Yes.
I don't know if you guys are getting bored of listening to us yap all the time, but I think it's great that the whole point is Pura Vida Perspectives,
Yep.
having other people's perspectives. I love the variety of topics that we've done, like the adventures of, the travel adventures of Bastian and his wife. They just had so much amazing things to share. We kind of went on a little health and wellness kick there for a while, which is, I think is great.
And last year, before we ended it, we kicked out the League of Justice expats, League of Justice, as I name it.
Yeah. So like,
that was fun.
It's like our interests, right? Like nonprofits,
Mhm.
giving back to community, health and wellness,
Yep.
adventures. We've talked about our travels before to different countries. I went to Panama, as you know, a little bit ago. Loved Panama. It was absolutely amazing.
Was your first time, right?
It was my first time. Well, I went to Bocas del Toro years ago.
Yeah, but
This
I
was,
mean
like,
to Panama City.
to Panama City. I thought it was an amazing city.
Nice.
And we'll see. Like I might have some announcements in the future.
Yeah,
Be checking things out down there and
Go for
progressing,
it.
moving
Go for it.
things forward. Great place. I feel like people would also have a good experience in that country.
How'd it go with the food? Did you feel it spicy?
The food. No, I don't think so. But maybe I don't know. We ate at like some of the antique restaurants, the
Okay.
kind of the antique part of town, and I cook a lot. I mean, I usually make my own things for the most part now.
But not in Panama. I'm talking about Panama. How'd it go with the food in Panama?
Yeah, I thought the food was good.
Yeah?
It was good.
Panama is a beautiful place.
Yes,
And the flight from Costa Rica, it's 45 minutes.
so fast.
Like you go up and boom, you go down.
Yeah, and I stayed like right on that.
You
Like,
didn't get a chance to go to El Canal?
saw the canal,
Uh-huh.
but didn't do the tour. So I would
Okay.
definitely want to go back and do the tour of the canal. We stayed on the that popular boulevard.
Yeah.
So I could walk out, go on that the whole
Avenida
thing.
España.
Or there's a whole park, Balboa Avenue. There's the whole park there.
Mhm.
So every morning, was out walking, went to grab the coffee, kind of had a little routine. Loved it. I thought the people were super friendly.
Yep.
Some accents are definitely different. It's interesting noticing other people's accents as
Chucha
well.
madre, friend.
Yeah, so definitely different accents. It was great. I mean, it was a great experience, and I think that I did meet other people who lived there, who've moved there while I was there, and it seems like it's been a place that people are having a good experience. So I think it's let's see.
Nice. I love it. I'm really glad you got to visit Panama. I'm actually going to Colombia 2 days from now.
Amazing.
Yeah, kind of scary though, with everything that's been going on with planes. But
Ooh, I know. Well, as you know, I'm supposed to be in Colombia. I was supposed to be getting back from
yeah,
Colombia.
you postponed that trip.
Postponed it to June now,
Mhm.
but yeah, I didn't want to do Medellin right now.
Yeah.
So, but I'm really excited. So I want to hear. I know you've been before, so I guess
Yeah, but this time I'm going with my wife and a couple of friends, a couple of neighbors. But yeah, it's not secret to everybody out there. The stuff that's been going on with planes. People get scary. Like I just saw this meme the other day. Bueno, el meme.
meme. So for anyone who speaks English,
Yeah,
meme.
the
Just
meme.
so meme is
Uh-huh.
Spanish, like what you'd say is a meme.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That it's officially okay to clap once the plane lands now.
Oh, yeah. So, funny story. On my way back from Panama, we hit some turbulence, 45-minute flight. And
Yeah.
of course, I'm like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. The flight, and then the flight did kind of have a little bit of a rough landing. And then everyone on the plane clapped. So
Yeah.
it did happen.
Yeah. Like it's like because before they say like, oh, you clap, So yeah, like wow. So yeah. And now it's like it's official. Clapping on the planes, it's back.
Yeah. Just be thankful that we got there. I'm sure your trip will go well. I don't think there have been any issues.
The other day I saw this other meme of 50 Cent saying, hey, you want me on tour? Give me a big bus. I ain't
Right.
flying.
I know. It's a little scary, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's still the number one way to travel that it's safe all around the world.
True. Statistically, you're right.
Statistically. So at the end of the day, I just pray to God that covers me with his hands, and I'll be back here next week to record another episode after my trip.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear about your trip. So today's episode, I know we've been kind of giving a little life updates. It's good that we had a little time to chat because I know we've had these guests. Today we were going to talk about, was it some of the differences in dating or what it's kind of like dating in Costa Rica? Because I
Hmm.
work with a lot of people who are singles who
Hmm.
move.
Yeah. So Valentine's Day just passed by, and not long ago, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it. And we thought that, we will give our perspective on dating in Costa Rica. Uh, what is it like to like the beginning of the relationship? Not like once you marry or engage or have the relationship, how how to start or where or how to meet. Like that's a bit complicated for some people, right?
It is complicated. So how many years have you been married for?
Married now 5 years, but we know each other for about 17 years. We have a daughter together. We were on and off. I actually, there's a lot of people that don't notice. I don't even know if you notice, but I got married to another woman when Sarah was 3.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
What?
And another funny story, I bought a car about 3 years, 4 years ago, and COVID was just finishing. So we went to the lawyer to, firmar el traspaso. And since it was COVID, not everybody could be there with me. So Sarah tag along. And Sarah, she's 15 right now. She was about 11, 12 at that point. And she's sitting in the chair, and the lawyer is, all right, I'm going to read the contract. So Jairo Cardenas, cédula number tal, married twice. And Sarah was like, join or something. She was like, when were you married?
Oh my God. I didn't even know this.
She
I
didn't
didn't know
even,
you guys were on and off.
she didn't even remember. Yeah, so we have Sarah, and then we split off. Then I was married for about, well, I was married for a long time. We just never signed the divorce. But I was with this other person for about a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
Then I got back to Sarah's mom, and we were like on and off for a while until now that I proposed, and then we married. But you didn't know that story?
No.
Yeah.
Man.
So I actually got married when Sarah was what, 2 years old.
Yeah. But then you got married to her mom 5 years ago.
Yeah, well, long time after that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a funny story. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah. I didn't know that either. Man, I always learn something new about you. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I always tell the sad story about her hearing this that I was married to another woman because she was in shock, and she was like, "If you don't take me to the movies, I'm gonna tell my mom that you were married." So yeah, dating in Costa Rica, it's fun. I remember, like, I dated so many women dancing, like dancing at a club, like
Uh-huh.
salsa or like a live band music was playing. I did dates at Parque de Diversiones, which is like our
The adventure park.
Disneyland,
Yeah.
our amusement park. Like that would be a fun place for a date. Then you get to have beach dates. Like you ask somebody out, hey, you want to go out? How about we go to the beach?
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say,
Uh,
there's probably a difference of dating in the Central Valley, like what
mhm.
you've done, versus
Yeah.
dating along the beach. So what kind of things do you guys do in the Central Valley then?
In the Central Valley, some of the things that I did is I went dancing. We went karaoke.
Okay.
We went to Parque de Diversiones. You can do volcanoes.
Mm-hmm.
I remember doing this place on the way to Cartago that they say they hunt you. ¿Cómo se llama, Ale? Sanatorio Durán.
What's that?
You never been there?
No, what is it?
Sanatorio Durán is like this. What was it? Era como una cárcel, ¿verdad? It was a hospital. All
Oh.
mental. It was a mental hospital
Oh my God.
from long, long time ago, and they said the place is haunted now.
Mm-hmm.
So people go there to Sanatorio Duran to kind of feel this, how do you say,
Spookiness.
experience. So, but it's beautiful. Like they have a beautiful garden, and obviously that the house is like beat up and old, but on the outside it's gorgeous. And they say like people have taken pictures, and when they really see the picture, if like you like zoom it, you can see like a kid or like a lady in the back,
Mm.
and that you're over there taking pictures, and you just kind of feel this coldness and chillness.
Oh.
So people go to Sanatorio Duran for first
So that's
dates.
a date. So your first date, you go to do something haunted and spooky. Okay.
I mean, and you just gotta, like you said, in the Central Valley, you gotta do different stuff.
Maybe a mirador, like a lookout, like you go and like have a nice view.
You
Just like I
mentioned
saw.
the other day that you went to La Fortuna waterfall and you saw all these cars parked on the side.
It was La Paz. But
Uh-huh.
so yeah, so I bet some of those people were on dates, right?
Exactly.
When I'm on dates. They
Exactly.
were all parked there. They were having their snacks. They were
Mhm.
doing their cookout, having their drinks, and
Mhm.
just sitting on a hill looking at the view.
That's it. So that's kind of first dates. What about, well, you've been here for how long now?
It'll be 10 years in September, so it's been a long time. I realized I've never dated a gringo, like a person from North America since I moved.
Okay.
It's kind of
Latino,
crazy.
Latino only.
Latinos all the way. Can't say I've had the best of luck with them.
Uh-huh.
But it's a worldwide
Yeah.
thing. It's
But-
not. I'm not saying it's Latinos' fault at
Yeah,
all.
Yeah.
It's
But how it started? I mean, how was the pickup line, or how you met whoever you have dated? Here?
gosh. I mean, well, Latinos are very warm,
Mhm.
very outgoing. Like they'll come, they'll scoop you right up. I mean, they
Right.
have like
Yeah.
they have no problem. You don't even have to go.
No vergüenza, no shame, or
Yeah.
not.
They'll come
Like,
and
How
scoop
do
you on
how,
up.
how do you say when you say embarrassed? No, is embarrassed the word I'm looking for? Like when they see a pretty lady sitting at the bar, some people are like afraid to go talk to them.
Vergüenza, I guess, yeah, like shame,
yeah,
shame or vergüenza.
Latinos don't have that, right?
No, they'll usually just come right up or yeah, they're very open and outgoing and I guess being
Where did you go when you started dating?
I don't know. I always just met people, so I've never dated anyone that like I've met on an app or anything. Like I
Right.
don't do dating apps. I mean, I tried them in the
Well,
past.
in our time, because dating apps started not long ago.
Mhm.
So when you started dating, or when you moved here to Costa Rica, where did you meet these guys, or how to go, or where did they take you on first dates?
A lot of it's been through mutual friends.
Okay,
So like maybe through mutual friends or a friend group.
that happens a lot.
Yep. So definitely that. Where walking on the beach. I'm
Okay.
a very outdoorsy, active person.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna go on a date, I want to go on a hike, or go to a river, or go to the beach.
You used
I
to
like
own a
go-
motorcycle, right?
Yes, but don't tell my mom. Sold it.
Oops. Does she watch the podcast?
Maybe just don't tell her. I'm just kidding.
Well, you
I
sold
don't
it
have
already.
it anymore.
Yeah, I know
sold
you don't
it
have
years
it.
ago. But I was
But you
living
used
up
to-
in the mountains in the middle of nowhere.
That-
And actually, someone I was dating at the time, he fixed it up for me, like made it like brand new. I bought the motorcycle for like $200. He was a motorcycle
He
mechanic.
pimped it out.
He pimped it out, and then I ended up just giving it to him.
Did you end up going on dates on motorcycle? You on
We
yours,
did.
and he on his.
Well, he taught me how to drive.
There, I was, that was,
He taught me how to drive.
that was gonna be
motorcycle.
my next question. Where did you learn how to ride a bike?
From
From the guy you were dating.
Yeah, from the guy I was dating. Taught me how to drive a motorcycle.
That'd be fun. Had to be fun at the time.
Oh, it was a blast. I actually found the pictures because, we're still loosely in contact
Uh-huh.
and we've grown up a lot. It was 6 years ago. So it
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
long time ago. But yeah.
Nice.
was fun.
That was a nice experience.
Oh, totally. I've learned a lot. I mean, I've dated more than I'd like to admit over these years.
Do you still remember how to ride a bike? Like if someone gives you a motorcycle, can you ride it?
Probably, yeah. It's like, the clutch gas relationship.
Yep.
You got to get it just right. Everyone's a little bit different. I drive a manual. My truck's a manual, so it's
Yeah.
kind of no different than that. But I do kind of miss it sometimes. But when I moved from the mountains to the Haco area, I was
Mhm.
like, this is not a safe area to own
Oh,
a
no.
motorcycle. I liked it up in the mountains, dirt roads.
Yeah.
You're not going to get in an accident with another person. The only accident I had on it was because I was going down a hill so slow that I literally just like because
Like in the cartoons.
I was literally kind of like just trying to go down. It's challenging going downhill
Yeah.
with all the rocks, and I was just going so slow that I went.
Now, I do remember you used to have horses.
Yes,
How about dating someone or going out on a date in a horse?
yeah,
Up down the beach or up in the mountain?
totally. Yep, that happened.
That's fun.
Yeah, so I mean, there's good outdoorsy out. I mean, there's a lot of things that like you can do outside with someone if you're dating.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not all like, oh, let's go to the movies. Like I've never had anyone take me to the movie. So I live by the coast, right? So if I go on a date, I'm not going to go to the movies.
Yeah.
It'll either be to dinner, maybe to sunset, or some kind of outdoor activity. Could be horses, okay, well, I guess motorcycles, hiking, biking.
That's interesting. That's funny.
Yeah,
But now,
it's not dinner and a movie.
yeah. And you mentioned when I asked you how you meet them, these people, these guys. It's funny how in Costa Rica we don't use, well, now there are these date apps, but before, and when I'm saying, because, well, I'm already married, but a lot of my friends and me myself, when I was dating, you meet through friends. Like you have friends and you're at a bar or you're at a house or playing board games or whatever. Hey, meet Sarah. Hey, Sarah, this is Jairo. And you just kind of hit it off. Hey, can I have your number? Yeah, let me talk to you. And then you start, I invite you out. We go out for whatever activity. And that's pretty much how it starts.
Yeah, and also to make a note, so I've lived mostly in I guess you would call it rural areas. So it's a very small town where everyone knows
Everybody
everyone.
knows everybody.
And that means when you go through a breakup, it's not going to be fun.
Everybody gonna know you're single.
It's yeah, it's tough. Like going through a breakup in a small town is really difficult. Like these
Mhm.
towns are tiny. You're gonna pass this person.
When
I have
Sarah
an
says
ex that I
tiny,
still pass almost every day on the road. I still pass him almost every day.
when Sarah says tiny, we're talking about what, 200 people max?
No, I don't know. What do you think
Less?
Playa Hermosa has or Jaco? Like you pass people constantly.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, because either they're on the, like, if you're passing a tienda that's down your house or a neighbor or whatever, you see them every day.
Yeah, and you're probably going to be doing the same things. You're probably
Mhm.
going to live down the street from each other.
Mhm.
You're going to be going to the same places. There's only those few sunset spots that you're probably
Yep.
going to go to, or the this, that, and the others happening. So that's one thing to be mindful of too. When you're dating, just be mindful that like the towns are really small. People do talk. People are very chismosos. They're very gossipy. So that's again like maybe dating advice for other people that if you come in too hot and start dating around a little too much, like people definitely do talk about things for sure.
It's funny about you mentioned the word chismoso because last night we were having burgers at my house with my wife's family. And they were talking about this specific neighbor that um, one of her cousins has that is very, very chismosa, man. So, so noisy. And they have a big dog. And every time she walks by their house, she's like trying to see what's inside, who's in there. And the dog would just jump on the gate. "Roar!" And she go like, now she walks like on the other side of the road because she doesn't want to be scared by the dog. But there's a lot of people like that here in Costa Rica that like if it's either they're going to the store or they just coming back from work, they go to your house, they're like, let me see what's inside this house.
Oh, super. Lots of very gossip goes around. Also, one thing, shoot, now I forgot what I was going to say. It was really important. Uh, oh, for my experience here, I haven't had many guy friends in this country compared to what I had in the United States. So, like maybe something different. In North America, I had a lot of guy friends. I had
Oh, really?
girlfriends, but I had a lot of guy friends, like just guy friends.
You know what friend of yours I really love?
Who?
The big tall one.
Grant?
Grant.
Oh, yeah. So, Grant's still my friend.
He's great.
He just went with me the other day to go do something. And so
And him and Ksenia have this handshake that I
Oh,
saw the
yeah.
other day that I was at your house.
Yeah, so like my only real I have so that's like my only guy friend that I have outside of let's say working
Yeah,
stuff. Like you're
yeah,
my
yeah,
guy friend.
yeah.
I have Pablo, but like we work together, but we're
Mhm.
also friends. But in general, I don't have it's my in my personal perspective and experience, you're not really gonna have a bunch of Latino guy friends who are actually your guy friends.
Is it because
you
they're
know?
trying to hit on you?
Yes, 1000%. Of course. So, like, I don't know. Can Latinos just have friends that are girls for the most part? Because in the
You
United
know
States,
what we
it's so
say?
common to have guy friends. It's very common. I had lots of them. I have a ton of amazing women friends
Yeah.
here, but it's really almost very impossible to have
I'm go-
Latino guy friends here.
I'm gonna say something. This episode has been kind of a lot of tico words, but having a guy friend or a girl as a friend is like having a gallina in your backyard.
Like, so I was having a rooster.
Well,
No,
a rooster is
I'm
un
sorry.
gallo. What's
It's
a
a
gallina?
hen. Sorry, it's like having a hen in your backyard. Okay.
At some point, you're gonna eat it.
I can't. But
yeah, having like a girlfriend that is your friend, yeah, it's having like a gallina on your back. At some point, you wanna end up wanting to eat it.
That's the thing. So
It's complicated, and I can tell you of me being a man, it has happened to me, and women don't really trust other women around their men. Like I can tell you, my wife don't really trust me having a lot of girlfriends if she doesn't really know them or if she's not their friend either, because she thinks that's gonna end up happening either because I want to or because they're gonna want to. So it's kind of complicated. Now that you mention it, I mean, it really is like that.
Yeah, so when I came to Costa Rica, like I didn't there was just some dating things that I didn't understand. And there is, I would say, yeah, so they have more of that perspective. So when I first moved here, I'm dating someone and I have another friend. I'm like, oh yeah, it's my friend. And we're like, what do you mean that's your friend? It's my friend, you know? So like I didn't understand. And then like I had them be like, no, like these guys are not your friends. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? They're like, no, they're not your friends. So now I've had to explain that to other people now.
Yeah.
And now I get it and it's fine. And it's not to say that you can't have like an acquaintanceship, but you're right.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be the gallina in someone's backyard.
Yeah.
Either, you know?
Now you're gonna go with that metaphor in
I'm
your
not
in
the
your
gallina
mind.
in your backyard, okay? Just so you know. Just so you know. But you can,
Yeah.
like, I would say, yeah, if you're going to be in a small town, just also keep keep your, there's plenty of people that know not to
Yeah.
even bother with me.
Yeah.
There's like, no, we're not going to just leave it
Yeah,
alone. Boom.
and we call these. That's what I said before. This episode is very. It's turning out very Costa Rican.
That's good, though. That's what we're
Eh,
here for, right?
and I was one of them, and I have no shame of saying it. Lagartos, like the guys here, the Costa Ricans or the Latinos in general are very lagartos. Like if we're in a room or a party, a house party or whatever, and there are 4 or 5 single guys, and there are 3 single girls, and you just come along as being in front of them, and you're new, and you say, hey, I want to introduce you to my friends, and they say, Sara, Jairo, this is Sara, Juan, this is Sara, Pedro, this is Sara, and Juan, Pedro, and Jairo know you're single and we're single. They're like, all right, who's gonna go for it?
True. So, yeah, they'll go for it. There, I'm
Los
saying.
lagartos.
So, lagarto is like a crocodile. No, it's not a
Uh-huh.
crocodile, but it's like an alligator?
Like an alligator.
Alligator, yeah.
Because lagartos are just expecting and to see what
just
to
waiting.
eat. Exactly.
Yeah. So that is true. So I would say takeaway as a female here in this country, no, you don't have guy friends. And under very special circumstances, you might have a few, but you're probably not going to have actual, real, true guy friends, many in this country. But
Like the
there's
example you and Grant, that he's
Grant's my friend.
100%.
But he's also from North America,
Right.
which is why I feel like we have that friendship.
Mhm.
So,
True.
so yeah, just want females to be aware of that. Nothing bad though.
No.
And you know what? There's so many amazing women here in this country. I think I have some best friends from the States, like 3, that I still keep in contact with. But I've met so many awesome, amazing women, like strong, amazing women in this country, like Costa Rican and foreigners that have come to live here.
Mhm.
And just wow, I'm really blown away by the friendships that I've had.
I've seen
with
pictures
females.
of you guys going out, just celebrating birthdays, or when you were doing the poll. You really have this community of girls you used to hang out with, and you look so having fun.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of amazing women, really, that can, yeah, I mean, amazing friendships. So I would say, foster those ones too.
Mhm.
Maybe you'll have a guy friend here or there. Yeah, dating's not honestly very easy here, especially living in a rural area. I call it slim pickings.
Well, unfortunately, great guys like me are taken.
Exactly.
And no, I mean, there's a bunch of because I have a lot of friends that are still out there single, but I'll tell you this much. As older they get, the more complicated it is for them to have a stable relationship.
Thanks for the.
Because I have a friend.
I have so much to look forward to.
Yeah, I have a friend. He's what? He's 40, 45 or something like that. And he has been living by himself for the last 6 to 7 years. So he doesn't see himself on a committed relationship. But yeah, he's never alone.
Mm.
He's always dating or going out with this girl here and with that girl there. But he's just really not interested on having a committed relationship. He just want to be in peace at his house, like where nobody tells me what I do or what time I should get home,
Hmm.
but I'm still, going out. He's just very, very honest when he meets somebody like, All right, we'll go out, take you out on a date, this and that, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, as long as he's being honest about it, then
Yeah.
more power to him.
Yeah. So that's a thing that's really going on here in Costa Rica. From my perspective, people's being very open on dating, but not having a commitment.
Yeah. And I would say like one of the main dating apps here is what that people use is Tinder. So I know there's other ones, but I think that's like the main one that people use. And maybe it could be for more things than just
Well,
casual.
if I was to date again, I will go, back to old school.
Yeah, I'm not a dating app person, so
No, exactly. Like meeting people,
you won't see me
or
on there.
today without you even notice, Instagram could be like a dating place because
I don't even answer my own messages. My social media team would have to be like, Sarah, someone just expressed their interest in you. Do you want us to respond? Like, so if anyone messages me, I'm not even the one that responds. I can't. Like,
yeah, you gotta be
email. They have to email me. You can email me.
and try to like, hey, Sarah, I need help. Get you on a call. But what I'm saying is, as of today, like if I was to start again, I would probably go to Instagram, like trying to see who we might have certain things in common, and then I'll go like, "Hey, Sarah, how you doing? You want to go out for a bite or whatever, or just meet someone like at a parties or houses or whatever.
Common hobbies.
Common
That's
hobbies.
why I like getting
Yep.
into things. Like if you're, I have a lot of friends that are single.
Yeah,
And they'll meet people through hobbies,
exactly.
we've talked in past episodes, going out, like dancing
Yeah.
lessons, or there's there's trivia night, there's bingo night,
Mhm.
there's karaoke.
Yeah.
I mean, we have just about every pickleball.
My
Like,
wife just went out last Thursday with her friends to this place in Santa Ana called El Despecho, or I don't know. The thing is that they give you a microphone when you were in for your table, and then you start singing like música plancha, música de
mhm.
despecho, and everybody's singing along, and it's like for every type of crowd. They just went, it's girls only that night, but she was like, "We have to go there. We had so much fun."
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. In Costa Rica, you have a lot of options where to meet people or where to go on dates.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. You can just go out. Okay, I have one little story. I went to, I come here up the night before sometimes. So one night, I think I came up 2 nights before. I went out in Barrio Escalante. My friend was like, you need to go out, like go and do something with yourself. Like, don't just sit at home. Like, don't just sit in your Airbnb and,
Yep.
track your macros and watch Netflix. Like, go do something. So I went out and I felt super awkward because I was just like by myself. And I was like, out in
Did
Barrio
anybody
Escalante, the
approach
bars.
you, talk to you?
No, not at all. Well, I was at somewhere else. And you know what I decided? I was about to go home. And I was like, you know what? You know how much I love chili guaro.
Yep.
My favorite drink, miniature Bloody Mary.
Yep.
I just call it cold soup
Yep.
with a little bit of, it's very healthy for you. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take myself on a tour de chili guaros. I'm going to try every chili guaro. Chili
Nice.
bars.
That was fun.
So I started going on this tour. And then one bar, these dudes started talking to me. They're like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm on a tour de chili guaro. And they're like, they're like, can we join? I was like, yeah,
There you go.
let's do the tour. So then, and they were Ticos. So we went on to all the things together, and it was really fun. And I said goodbye at the end of the night, and I left, and
There you
it
go.
was fun.
There you go.
So yeah, you can meet people. You can go out by yourself. Well, be careful, obviously. Use
Yeah.
common sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's possible.
All right. Look, 28 minutes. I didn't think that this topic was gonna last that long.
I mean, I got stories. This topic could go on for hours if we needed it to. But I think actually my dating life is something that you won't see on YouTube.
Exactly.
You won't see on really any of my social media. I'm just fairly private about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is probably the most that I'm willing to open up about it for now.
That's good. I mean, we just wanted to share experiences on how to date, maybe in Costa Rica, places to go to, and now you know about la gallina.
Yeah. Just don't be someone's gallina in their backyard, okay? Come on, ladies.
Because if you're a gallina back there, they want to eat you at the end of the day, or at some point they're gonna eat you
Exactly. These men are not your friends. Just kidding.
up. No, know who your friend is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Zara, this was fun. I mean, like I said at the beginning, it's been a while since we had a just one-on-one episode, and it was a blast.
Yeah, it was. Thanks again, and looking forward to seeing you next week.
All right, pura vida. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Esto fue una producción de La Resortera.